Hey, Sandcar Buy Sell Crew, Conrad coming at you with a Monday classified ad review. But before we jump into this and I start sharing with you my thoughts, feelings, and emotions and opinions about this particular machine, let me do this. Thank you folks that have subscribed to the YouTube channel already. We are currently at 90 subscribers. Thank you very much for all of you that have gone ahead and clicked this little subscribe button on here. We are 10 away from 100. And it's kind of funny because I remember like when we had 500, 600, 700 Facebook members in the group. And I was like, holy crap, like look at that. We've got 600 and now we're at 16,000. So I'm really enthused and excited to see this grow as well. I've got some footage in the can that I've taken over the last few days that I'm going to be editing very soon. I think you're really going to like what we release. But enough about me. Let's jump into this really quick and say this Sandcar Buy Sell Classified ad is brought to you by Harvey Janice. Now that's going to lead me into this. Did you know that Harvey Janice also has a YouTube channel that I'd like you to go over to subscribe to? It is this one. Dune Addict. Subscribe. So in that, I've watched Harvey's channel for a while now, and he's got some pretty bitchin' videos in here. He's definitely a great mechanic and fab guy. So one of the ones I particularly like is, let's see, let's go. Ripping J35, Day in the Life at Glamis Fab. There it is right there. Because he actually works at Glamis Fab out at the sand dunes. So needless to say, he knows his stuff, right? So I enjoy hanging out at Glamis Fab and seeing everything that comes through that they work on. We're trying to get to this classified ad review. You're like, Conrad, shut up. Squirrel. Let's see. Moving on back. Where can we go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so moving back to the classified ad review. This car is brought to you by Harvey Janice. And guess what? This car is located at Glamis Fab. So that's a pretty fantastic deal, right? Because drive on out to Glamis Fab. Well, make sure they're there. Make sure the car's there first. But drive on out to Glamis Fab with a... Did I just say Glamis? It's been a long few days. Start that one over again because I'm not going to re-record this. Go to your bank, get a grip of money out, put it in a paper bag or a duffel bag or a briefcase if you're so inclined. Confirm that the car's there at Glamis Fab, that there's going to be people there, and drive out, and you'll have the opportunity to drive the car in the dunes before you purchase, which is fantastic because most of the time, right, we're buying it from somebody's house or their shop. We don't even have an opportunity to drive the car. But this car is currently located at Glamis Fab, which is at the Glamis store. Oh boy. Moving on. So what did I say? Harvey Janice, Glamis Fab, Dune Addict, YouTube channel. Yes, he's YouTube famous just like me. So what do we have? A 5.3 LS with a 2D. So we've got, let's see, V8, Mendeola, King internal bypass in the rear, Fox in the front, Party in the front. What is that? No, I got it wrong. Anyway, heated seats. That's nice. Can you guys tell I'm off? I've done a lot of filming. I'm tired. Electric power steering, which is awesome. The MEFI 4 computer system. That's done by CBM. 17-inch wheels is a bonus. Race radio and intercom, certainly cool. Runs and drives, been sitting 5 years. This is my buddy's car, back injury, forces sale. $28,000. So for, under $30,000, you can be in a V8 Mendeola car, pretty well equipped, pretty well outfitted. Now, one thing that Harvey didn't put in this ad is who the chassis manufacturer is. I think this might be an MB. I don't know. I'm just taking a guess on that one. Shot in the dark. MB Fab. Because one of the things about it is it's got this upper rail right here. That tells me it's an MB. But I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. Maybe we can find out. If you guys know, put it in the comments and educate us on this one as well. So let's go ahead and do a run through on this. So we've got, now keeping in mind too that the car's been sitting for 5 years, right? So it's going to need some maintenance. It's going to need some things. But I'll get to that at the end. So you'll see that as we go throughout the photos as I was researching it myself. So the 17-inch on beadlock wheels, purple. Purple's my favorite color. So I like triple razors, big paddles. We got Fox in the front with a piggyback reservoir, some LED lighting, some HID lighting, which of course is going to be out of the 2000s. And let's see, moving on. Let's keep going because I don't see much that I can say there. There's a better shot of the shocks. Bench seat. So this is a true 5-seater, right? So if you've got a few kids or, I don't know, you can fit 5 people in there. So here's our King internal bypass shock with a remote reservoir clamped on. Full top side steps. That's a nice thing to get in and out when you're climbing in and out of your car, especially for guys like me who's 6'1" and 235 pounds. Like, meh, getting in the car. How's that? Meh. Yeah. Scat drag fast shifter. Full solid floor. Old school steering wheel. Here's the push to talk button on here. Got a full array of your switches. Here's your communications. Gauge package, 5-point harnesses, super important. I told you I'm tired. Super important. You know, if your seats happen to have the hole here for the crotch strap, these are a few bucks. Buy them and put them in your car. I mean, these are safety first for me. I'm going to always harp on you guys about the safety. Looks like we got a single handle Walker brake right here in the middle. Hood. Moving on, sand tires unlimited in the back, braided brake lines, round tank, cool sticker, and let's see, aluminum radiator, wing. Not sure, Harvey, is that a wing trunk on there? Can't tell. So braided lines for the radiator. Oh, here's the Mendeola peeking out, CNC clutch, slave cylinder, catch can. So all in all, it looks like a pretty, like a basic rail, right? Where it's not too flashy, but it's going to get the job done, right? So it's got the V8 with the 2D, and it's going to be super comfortable. It's a big car as far as the interior of the cabin is concerned. Looks like structurally it's built really well. You know, the triangulation up in here. We got a set of dual headers on it. I don't know what's in the engine because it's just not posted in the ad. And I'm curious if this is a wing trunk or not. Moving on. What do you say, 5.3 LS? It doesn't look like this is too gussied up, right? There's not a lot of chrome and polish and so forth on this. So again, just a straightforward V8 2D car. There's your headers. Exhaust system. Oh, there's that Mendeola peeking out. So that's always a good sign to me when I'm looking through there, because anybody that knows that in the sand car industry that the transmission is going to be your weak link. So depending on what engine you have in it and what transmission you have in there is going to form my opinion on what the car is worth right here, just by looking in between the chassis rails, right? And let's see, solid floor. I already said all that. Moving through, there's your bench seat again. Hell, he may even throw these spy goggles in with it too, right? Probably not. Looks like the battery's mounted up front for you get some weight up there. And let's see, light bar city. Here's your front shot of your A-arms. And what did he say? Electric power steering. The power steering is certainly nice because I just saw the rack right here and it triggered me. When you are running these Razor tires, if you don't have electric power steering, or if you don't have hydraulic power steering on these cars, it's okay when the sand is dry, right? But if you go out in the dunes after it's rained and you have Razors and no power steering, like you literally get arm pump, or I do. I get arm pump like if you were racing motocross, just from sawing at the wheel because the front tires just want to bite into the sand, into the wet sand. So it's nice to have the power steering. Not that we're doing too much in wet sand. All right, so Conrads Take, Conrad's opinion on this. This is a fantastic build, great bargain at $28,000, and with it sitting for 5 years. That's why I wanted to tie this back into, is the fact that, guess what? We're at the end of our dune season. Today is March 21st. Okay, so we got a few more weeks of the dunes. At least here for the folks that go to Dumont, Glamis, Buttercup, Gordon's Well, right? So you got about 2 more months to get away with it before the heat really gets you, and you're like, no, I don't want to do this because the sand is burning my feet through my shoes. Because it happens. That gives you a few weeks to go out and run this car and have a lot of fun on it. Make sure you get all the bugs worked out of it just because of the fact that it was sitting, change all the fluids and so forth. But that gives us the opportunity to break it all down, right? Summer's here. So this would be such an easy redo. So a few of the things that I saw as I was scrolling through is it's like the radiator bracket, right? It's got a little bit of rust on it. The steering wheel, I would replace the steering wheel. Actually, I like these Formula 500 steering wheels. They're really, the way they hold in your hand, like it's hold hands. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I like these steering wheels. I don't know that it's too fitting on this car because I'd want a fancier one. Looks like you got a tack mount right here, so you could throw a tack on there. And let's see, what else is there? Oh, I see some some paint. Told you guys, I'm tired. And here's a look at that bracket, right? I mean, how hard is that? Unbolt this bracket, sandblast it, paint it black, or take it down and have it powder coated. See, for me, I would break this whole car down over the summertime and make it mine. And then you got a little bit of wear, like on the exhaust tip there. No big deal. No fear. That's coming off because I'm going to put a sandcarbysell.com on there. Just saying. And let's see. There was one other, like the paint is starting to go away. Oh, these are, you know what? This isn't painted on. So these are vinyl graphics that you've got on here. So you can pull that off pretty simply. And then it was right here. I saw, so you sliding your butt in and out of the chassis, right? It's worn off the paint, or if this is vinyl on here. But this would be such a simple car to make yours, right? You could just break it down over the summertime, just completely disassemble it, replace any nuts and bolts, powder coat the chassis, color of your choice, and put the damn thing back together and go mob it, right? I'd be like, dude, we're going to St. Anthony in this thing. As soon as it's finished up, we're going to go run this car and have a good time. So all in all, I think it's a fantastic car. It's a bitchin' car. Again, I'm going to reiterate, this is brought to you by Harvey Janice, but this is not his car. So if you want to reach out to him, find him on Facebook, go to his YouTube channel, reach out to him there. You can find him in the Sandcar Buy Sell Facebook group as well. Subscribe to his channel. He's trying to build that one up, just like I am over here with ours. And I guess that's all I got for you. Tell us what you think in the comments of this car. And otherwise, I guess that's all I got. Let me get over to my button for stop recording and say thank you for watching. See you in the dunes.